benefit greatly from regulation. But economist Ed Stringham says Hahn doesn't get it. What doesn't he get?
The costs of these regulations are just out of control. They're written by administrative bodies. They don't have to go
They're
by...
all well-intended. They're making us safer.
I just read the best book is War and Peace. The number of pages associated with the Dodd-Frank Act is 25 times longer than this.
Right.
So Mr. Dodd or Mr. Frank never read this book. He never read their entire book.
I got to tell you, it was the worst of times that led to Dodd-Frank, so you should understand that. And we needed to do something about what was going on
But
there.
is that a useful thing? 25 times that many pages?
Well,
is that going to make us better off?
Well, when you're talking about the financial services industry and their armies of lawyers, I would think that Dodd-Frank, quite frankly, might not be long enough.
Do you know even Bernanke could not refinance his home? That says a lot.
Well,
Bernanke can't refinance
Bernanke had
his
a
home.
very big home, and he was working on a government salary, so I think it was okay.
Chris, you worked 5 years for Senator Chuck Schumer.
Almost 6.
Senator, almost 6.
Yeah. I'm getting booed by people who waited in line for tickets and got to see me. Sorry, guys.
I mean, he's an unusual case. He holds a press conference just about every weekend because he figures he gets more airtime that way on the weekend.
Yes.
And he proposes banning something. He's proposed banning Bitcoin, energy drinks, assault weapons, high-frequency stock trading, caffeine sprays and powders, powdered alcohol, green laser pointers, because somebody pointed at an airplane. You worked for this guy.
I love him. He was one of the best senators. He still is one of the best senators this country has, and New York is lucky to have him.
He's the reason people suffer from lack of innovation. He and you.
Absolutely not true.
Why should Bitcoins be banned?
I don't know. I didn't read the press release.
It's the idea that if you don't understand something, the government needs to prevent it.
How about laser pointers?
I don't know. Don't point them at planes.
Our likely next president, Hillary, is a big fan of regulation. When Philadelphia's mayor proposed a new tax on soda, Ms. Clinton was quick to praise it.
I'm very supportive of the mayor's proposal to tax soda.
Should we tax soda? No. But why not? People are fat.
Well, isn't there a cost to people overusing soda?
The most bloated organization out there. You want managing our diet. They've got terrible advice about, oh, don't eat fat, have carbs, go for high carbs. Now, oh, let's switch back. Don't eat butter, have margarine. Oh, let's switch back.
I think
it's not scientific.
I think health decisions should be left between a doctor and a patient. But that said, there are things that we know are going to make you fat. We do know that if you drink 5 sugary sodas a day, you're more likely to be fat than if you drink 5 waters a day. So maybe there should be some cost.
People know that. Why can't they make their own decisions?
Well, they can make their own decisions, but why do I have to pay for their bad choices?
This is a big argument from the banners that because we have socialized medicine and we're paying for other people's health care, we have a right to control what they eat.
Right. Once you get government involved with any of these decisions, it's like, oh, well, now we need to do that. Now we need to do that. Now we need to do that. It's like, okay, yeah, let's just restrict everything. Have them decide what we're eating for breakfast, for lunch, what time we go to bed. Let's tax people who stay up late. Let's tax all of our bad activities.
It's not just the Democratic nominee who wants to regulate. Here's a rule proposed by Donald Trump.
I would certainly start taxing goods that come in from China.
People like this. This has helped him become popular among Republicans. You both agree that this is nuts.
Terrible, 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 terrible. It's bad for consumers. It's also bad for American manufacturers. Look at Ford.
Well, that's counterintuitive. People think, keep this stuff out, then American manufacturers will blossom.
It's bad for everybody. It's a trade war.
Ford designs cars here, but up to 33% of the components of a Ford Mustang are imported. We already saw General Motors, Chrysler hobbled by unions. We want to hobble them with these additional tariffs. This is a proposal that would make Toyota great again. This is something that every economist, even the most left-wing friend I've ever met, and I can agree on.
Your friend now?
Hey, come on. We disagree, but, you know.
On social media, I ask you for examples of stupid rules. Joe Love posted ethanol in gasoline. Yeah, mandating that's stupid. Donna Cox said the war against drugs. I agree with both of them. Someone named Rick tweeted, You can't pump your own gas in Oregon. In New Jersey also. So what's that about?
That's one of the best things about New Jersey is I don't have to pump my own gas. The prices are low, and I don't have to pump it.
No. This is
It's
crazy.
cheaper because the tax is 3 cents in New Jersey and 40 cents in New York.
Right. And I don't have to pump it there.
It would cost 10 cents less if you could pump it. But this is what galls me about you left-wingers, the way you use the word have.
I'm a moderate.
You don't have to pump your own gas. Well, you never have to. You can always go to a full-service station. But what about people who want to? What about voluntary versus forced?
Well, you know, that's a state regulation. The people of New Jersey elect representatives. If they don't like it, they should elect people who are going to change that law. It's not a really hard
But
law
the
to change.
legislators are taking money from the service station lobby or
From the guy who pumps the gas. You think he's got his own lobby?
Yeah.
You think the guy pumping the gas is so powerful that he
Somebody
can stop
had a
law?
lobby that these 2 states are the only ones where it's not allowed. The original argument was that we're so stupid we blow ourselves up. But somehow in the 48 other states, they don't. And these 2 states hang on to it.
Well, that's up to the states.
In a free market, you have 2 pumps, the full service, the self-service, and the free market has outcompeted the old way of doing things, and that's the only way those people can
I
become
believe in
business.
America where everybody should feel free to have gas-smelly hands all day long, whether they want to or not.
No, you don't. You say you're fine with New Jersey
fine
saying
with
you're
it.
forbidden to have gas on your hands.
Like I said, if I lived in New Jersey and I had a problem with it, I would change that law.
Think about that. He would have to change the law. He would have to get 51% of the people to vote for something. In a free market, all of us can have what we want. Isn't that better?
There's no such thing as a free market. If there was, we wouldn't need so many regulations.
Thank you, Ed. Chris?